Good, happy Thursday morning, October 21, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Thursday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. It's time to rise and shine and get this Thursday off to a good start. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy this Thursday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. So let's get started right now. Happy Thursday, everyone. First up, FDA authorizes booster shots for Moderna J&J vaccines. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
That major news on boosters tonight. Late today, the FDA authorizing boosters for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. And the FDA also saying it is safe to mix and match booster shots. The CDC advisory panel now meets. They typically sign off rather quickly after the FDA. It also comes as the White House now rolls out its plan to get millions of doses of the Pfizer vaccine for children 5 to 11 the moment regulators give it the green light. Children will get 2 shots 3 weeks apart, and each of those shots will be about a third of the adult dose. The vaccine for children, once approved, will be available at doctors' offices, pharmacies, and potentially even at schools. And tonight also news, Americans eligible for boosters now. That group could soon be widened to include everyone 40 and older. Here's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, the FDA officially authorizing booster shots for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson and allowing Americans to mix and match any of the 3 vaccines as a booster. The Moderna booster for the same population as Pfizer after 6 months for people 65 and older and those at high risk due to health or where they work. J&J boosters after 2 months for anyone over 18. And that green light for people who want to boost with a different brand of vaccine.
What people are seeing with our mix and match study is also that if you boost with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the numbers didn't come out quite as high as if you boosted with an mRNA vaccine like the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine.
One study suggesting giving J&J recipients a different vaccine booster could produce higher antibody levels. In Illinois, music teacher Susan McCarsky got the Johnson & Johnson 1 shot. She cares for an elderly parent and a grandchild. Another reason she's eager to get her booster.
The Moderna or Pfizer might be a better response, and Moderna was slightly even higher than Pfizer. Either one would probably be okay with me, but why not get the best if it's available?
And tonight, the White House rolling out its plan to get the Pfizer vaccine to 28 million children ages 5 to 11, starting in early November.
Should the FDA and CDC authorize the vaccine, we will be ready to get shots in arms.
Once regulators sign off, millions of doses will ship out to 25,000 doctors' offices, tens of thousands of pharmacies, community and school clinics. The goal, to make getting a vaccine shot easy and convenient for families.
A lot of parents always are a little extra careful about their children and want to turn to their trusted voices, pediatricians among them. And so the White House is working with pediatricians, among others, to make sure that these vaccines are available where parents want them.
You ready? She's going to count for me, okay?
2, 3.
The dose for younger children will be a third of the amount given to adults. To make it easier for doctors and providers, the vaccine packaging will come with smaller needles and include color-coded caps on the vials, purple for those 12 and older, orange caps for kids 5 to 11.
If we can get the overwhelming majority of those 28 million children vaccinated, I think that would play a major role in diminishing the spread of infection in the community.
That's on child vaccinations. Let's get back to these boosters tonight with Johnson and with the FDA saying yes to boosters. The CDC now meeting. So what's the timeline here? And what's this news of boosters potentially soon for everyone 40 and older?
David, that CDC advisory panel will vote on recommendations for boosters tomorrow. Then the CDC director will give the final sign-off, and millions more Americans could be eligible by this weekend. And as you noted, there are reports that the FDA is also considering booster shots for anyone 40 and older, but that likely won't be addressed until next month. David?
All right, Whit Johnson with us tonight. Whit, thank you.
Hi, Hi, everyone. George Stephan.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Brian Laundrie search. Apparent human remains found, not yet identified. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
The FBI before the cameras late today in the Gabby Petito case, this month-long search now for Brian Laundrie. A short time ago, the FBI confirming investigators have found what appears to be human remains, along with Laundrie's backpack and notebook, all of it not far from his family home in Florida. Crews had searched the Carlton Nature Reserve many times before, but this discovery was in a nearby nature park that until recently had been underwater. Today, the county medical examiner was called to the scene along with the cadaver dog. Petito and Laundrie had been documenting their cross-country trip, posting videos on social media when she disappeared. Laundrie returned home to Florida without Petito. His parents have said he left to go hiking more than a month ago. And we also learned that police were informed last night that Brian Laundrie's parents would be joining the search today. ABC's Trevor Ault leads us off on the ground in Florida tonight.
Tonight, a major discovery in the month-long search for Gabby Petito's boyfriend, Brian Laundrie.
Earlier today, investigators found what appears to be human remains, along with personal items, such as a backpack and notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie.
Investigators uncovering those remains and items in an area of Florida's Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park that was previously underwater. The FBI now working to determine if the remains are in fact human and if it's Brian Laundrie.
I know you have a lot of questions, but we don't have all the answers yet. We are working diligently to get those answers for you.
Today, the Sarasota medical examiner and a cadaver dog on the scene, along with Laundrie's parents. Their attorney saying the FBI and local police were informed last night of Chris and Roberta Laundrie's plan to help with the search this morning. And it was after a brief search off a trail Brian frequented that some articles belonging to Brian were found.
Gabby Petito never goes outside.
The Laundries reported Brian missing more than a month ago, September 17th, 2 days after he was named a person of interest in Gabby Petito's disappearance. This summer, the couple had been on a cross-country road trip, sharing their seemingly happy travels on social media.
Did he hit you, though?
I guess, yeah, but I can curse.
But on August 12th, police body camera footage capturing the pair after an altercation in Moab, Utah. And on September 1st, Laundrie returned to his parents' Northport, Florida home without Petito. Her family reporting her missing September 11th.
We love her very much. We miss her and we want her to come home.
Neither Laundrie nor his parents spoke with authorities in the search for Petito. The body found September 19th near Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. The county coroner ruling she'd been murdered weeks prior.
We find the cause and manner to be death by strangulation, and manner is homicide.
And David, the medical examiner has not yet given a timeline for identifying these remains, but the FBI says they'll likely be out at the scene for several more days, continuing to comb through this park in search of more evidence.
David, Trevor Ault leading us off tonight. Trevor, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Parkland school shooter pleads guilty on all counts. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
We're going to turn now to that very difficult scene playing out in a Florida courtroom today. Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz taking responsibility in one of the worst school shootings in U.S. history. Cruz standing there pleading guilty to 17 counts of murder and then speaking directly to the heartbroken parents in that courtroom. Tonight, how the parents reacted, and ABC's Victor Akendo was there.
Standing before the judge, the Parkland school shooter listened as every victim's name was read, every count listed, and made his plea.
Count 16, murder in the first degree of Jamie Gutenberg. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Count 17, murder in the first degree of Peter Wang. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty. Anguished families of the victims wiping away tears. Then Nicholas Cruz spoke directly to them for the first time.
I am very sorry for what I did, and I have to live with it every day. And that if I were to get a second chance, I will do everything in my power to try to help others. And I am doing this for you, and I do not care if you do not believe me. And I love you, and I know you don't believe me, but I have to live with this every day.
Gina Rose Montalto, just 14 years old when she was killed in the shooting. Her father, Tony, says watching Cruz speak was painful.
Was probably the most uncomfortable thing, well, second most uncomfortable thing we've ever had to do. First one would be hugging our daughter's lifeless body.
Prosecutors then laid out their case that on Valentine's Day in 2018, Cruz, armed with an AR-15 rifle, took an Uber to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School just as classes were letting out. Parents listening as they recounted the 17 murders in gruesome detail.
Luke Hoyer, 15 years old, was shot twice, and he died of his wounds.
Luke's mom, Gina, reliving the pain of the loss of her son.
I miss him dearly. He should be here today, and we're just still in shock. We're glad today has come this way, and we're hoping for accountability of the death penalty.
And now comes the penalty phase for Nicholas Cruz. Beginning in January, thousands of potential jurors will be screened until it's down to 12 who will ultimately decide his fate, life in prison or the death penalty. Death would have to be unanimous. David?
All right, Victor, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into weather. And here is a look at the weather across the United States for this Thursday. As you can see right here, this whole band of green is rain. And then over here is mixed precipitation. All of this green and this shade of green here as well, and this shade of green here as well. Sorry, not mixed, rain / thunderstorm. Sorry about that. And then over here is just rain, and then in the blue is the mixed precipitation. And then, as you can see, it is dry here, and dry over here, and dry over here. And that is a look at the weather for this Thursday across the United States. Happy Thursday, everyone. And we are going to switch gears now. And we're going to take a look at this. Are you planning on hosting Thanksgiving? If you are, you might want to start thinking about buying your turkey or something, or pre-ordering your turkey. Why, your Thanksgiving turkey might cost more this year. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Thursday Night Football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
Now with those turkey tactics, we can be thankful that turkeys won't be in short supply this Thanksgiving, but they may cost a little more. And you might have to plan ahead to get one. Janae Norman has top tips how to score your bird. Good morning, Janae.
Good morning, Robin. And good morning from them. I'm surrounded here by a whole bunch of chatty turkeys at Doublebrook Farms here in New Jersey. They've got about 2,000 turkeys, and they say so far this year the demand has nearly doubled. At the same time, the price of feed and labor has gone up, and they think as more people try to get together this year, there could be fewer turkeys, but they definitely think that the price is likely to go up. They're the Thanksgiving centerpiece staple.
But you gotta have turkey on Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving with no turkey is like 4th of July with no apple pie, or Friday with no 2 pizzas.
But this holiday season, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is predicting a slight drop in turkey production. This quarter expected to dip from 1,451 million pounds of tender turkey this time last year to 1,420 million. Some farmers are already seeing sales soaring.
We're seeing sales substantially greater than they were at the same time last year.
According to food analyst editor Phil Limpert, this Turkey Day you may be paying more, and a variety of issues from climate change to the pandemic may be partly to blame.
We have a major shortage of truck drivers, so being able to get the birds to the supermarkets are going to be a problem.
Experts say your best bet may be to buy from a local turkey farm like White Oak Pastures in Georgia, which Jenny Harris says typically sells out of turkeys every year. She, like many others, are saying to buy now or make plans to cash in.
So we're currently selling vouchers. Consumers can reserve a bird, which will then they'll be called in early November to redeem their purchase.
Other options?
Tell the farmer that you're completely okay with having them ship it early. Any type of arrangement that we can make with consumers to go ahead and ship their turkey maybe the first week in November when things are not quite as hectic.
So according to Butterball, frozen turkeys are most of the turkeys that are sold for Thanksgiving, but experts also say another option are fresh turkeys. They don't like that idea, but time and time again, experts tell us either way, whether you're for frozen or fresh, order early. Listen to these guys.
They are not happy with you.
They're telling you your lifetime reel right there.
You notice when she said Butterball, they really started gobbling about it? All right, Janae.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Janae.
Well, hey there, GMA fan.
Okay, there you go. So, thinking about pre-order those turkeys, everyone. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into entertainment news. And in entertainment news, inside Elle's 2021 Woman in Hollywood celebration. Let's take a look at that video right now from Entertainment Tonight.
Nobody at the school would get called out for anything if it weren't for me.
What does that mean?
The cast of The Eternals were just exposed. And to keep everyone safe, those superheroes are now in super isolation.
A source tells ET the cancellation came just 20 minutes before the Elle ceremony was slated to begin. And although Angie, Salma, Gemma, and Lauren tested negative, the decision was made out of an abundance of caution. The presenters scrambled.
Selma conveniently sent me her remarks.
Demi Moore read Salma's speech. Eva Longoria delivered Angelina's remarks.
It is a gift to be a woman.
Gemma sent a video.
I'm so sorry that I can't be with you this evening.
The Eternals cast is now pivoting to virtual appearances. That includes our interview tomorrow, which was originally going to be in person. Also honored last night, Rita Moreno, Jennifer Hudson, and Halle Berry, who gushed over boyfriend Van Hunt.
To my love, 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 my sweetheart Van Hunt, every good woman has a good man behind her.
Why is it that you love him so much?
I mean, because it's my time. It was finally my time, and the right one finally showed up.
Honoree Gal Gadot hit the red carpet in hot pink. I know Linda Carter made a cameo in 1984, but 3 years ago, and you guys are going to be together on the screen. Yeah! Can we see your babies in this one again? Because we know your husband and your 2 daughters were in the other.
We might. I can get used to it. It's a nice souvenir.
And just like that's Nicole Ari Parker clearing up Sex and the City rumors.
Everybody's like, you know, the new Samantha, and I'm like, no. First of all, there's 4 new characters of color that have been added to the show. But, you know, it's still to say there's lots of sex being had in the city.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And let's take a look at this. Inside Adele and Rich Paul's NBA date night. Let's take a look.
Adele and Rich Paul just had a sexy courtside date night.
I feel very lucky.
The two stepped out on Tuesday to watch the Los Angeles Lakers take on the Golden State Warriors at the Staples Center in LA. The 33-year-old singer looked glam in brown leather pants and a matching top, which she paired with a coordinating Louis Vuitton coat. Meanwhile, the 39-year-old sports agent sported gray pants, a black turtleneck, and a jacket to the game, which saw the Lakers lose by 7 points. While celebs like Justin Bieber, Usher, Kevin Hart, Jack Nicholson, Saweetie, and Floyd Mayweather watched on. And an eyewitness tells ET that Adele and Rich were, quote, chatting the whole night and seemed very close, adding that both were very engaged in the game. But this isn't the first game that the pair has attended together.
Well, we could be here a while.
In fact, they first sparked romance rumors back in July when they attended an NBA Finals game together in Phoenix, Arizona. After the game, an eyewitness told ET that the pair seemed, quote, very happy together. Quote, they had their eyes on each other almost as much as they did on the game. They were laughing and cheering and having a great time.
I felt blessed.
In September, the pair went Insta official when Adele shared this pic of them at a wedding together. And the next month, Adele confirmed their relationship for the first time during an interview with Vogue. Quote, we're very happy. I just love being around him. I just love it.
I'm incredibly humbled by it.
The songbird added that Rich handles her fame well, unlike other men she dated following her divorce from Simon Konecki, whom she shares a 9-year-old son, Angelo, with. Quote, he's not frazzled by it at all. It feels like it's consistent and considerate enough that I don't care who knows. He's great. He's so funny. He's so smart, you know? And if all of that wasn't sweet enough, Adele said this, quote, Rich just incredibly arrived. I don't feel anxious or nervous or frazzled. It's quite the opposite. It's wild.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this Thursday edition of the Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great rest of your Thursday, everyone. And see you back here next time for another edition of the Morning Show with Riley King. Goodbye, everyone.